Hello, and welcome to the Reach In podcast talk show, where we're talking all things life and all things wellness. I am your host, the Dr. Nicole Lynette, and I'm so glad you all are tuning in with us today because we have an amazing show and we have amazing guests, and we're talking fit, fine, and fabulously 50. So let me introduce you all to my special guests. They are fit, they are fine, and they are fabulously 50. Hello.
Hello.
So our first guest today is Miss Iene, precious like the moon Pope. Tell the people, hey girl.
Hey y'all.
And then we have none other than the Gena Blakk.
Yes,
Comedian
Gena
and
Blakk.
actress. Yes.
Gena Blakk, and that's Genabla. Okay.
So girls,
Yes.
we are fit, we
Yes.
are fine,
Yes.
and we are fabulously
Yes, ma'am.
50.
Yes.
I think we're all 50. You're
I'm
50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
My turn
Big
up
five.
is tomorrow. Yes. Hey.
Right.
Okay, so before we get into this topic, y'all good by your drinks? Okay, we good. Okay, because we're toasting to our premiere show and my birthday.
All right. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy
Yes,
birthday to
ma'am.
me. You know, it's amazing when you think about turning 50. A lot of people panic.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they're like, I'm getting old. It's like, no.
But you know what? There's another alternative
Yes, it
to
is.
getting old.
Yes.
It's like not making it to 50.
Okay. That's true.
All right.
That's true.
Like many people have not.
That's
yet.
right. Yeah.
So we thank God
Okay. Yes.
for the 50.
Oh, yes.
And I don't know about y'all,
Yeah, that's a
but you know, I hear that song that says, "We've only just begun."
What? Oh, yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's not over.
Yes,
It's
it
not
ain't over.
over.
It's just getting
It's
started.
Exactly. It's the beginning.
We just getting
Exactly.
started, right? I was like,
Absolutely.
"Oh,
Yes.
I'm pivoting. I'm pivoting
Yes, you are.
to my place of just prosperity
Yes.
and
It's like your second
purpose,
chapter in life.
and
Exactly.
you know, I said I'm
Yes.
stepping into my golden era.
There
Now,
you go.
that's
People
it.
talking about decades. This the golden
Yes,
era.
that's
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So we have Iene here and Miss Gena Blakk, and I just, you know, tell the people a little bit something about you. Are you married? Are you single?
Okay.
Are you in a situationship? I mean, what's going on?
I am single.
You ready to mingle?
A little bit. Let me step
Little
out
bit.
there, put my toe out there just a little bit.
Okay, come on, girl.
You
You 50 now. Come
know,
on
just a
now.
little bit. You know, we'll see where I go.
Okay.
Like you said, you know, about to turn 50 in 2 months. I mean, sorry, 2 weeks. And it's a pivotal time in our lives, you know, but I'm ready for it. I am so excited. I'm ready for it. I'm excited for you.
Okay.
I'm loving life, to be honest about it.
Okay.
Living life like the golden, that you was going to say?
Girl,
You
did
know?
you bring
All
Jill
right.
up in here? Yes. I think we
She
need
did.
Yes.
to. Yes.
Living my life
did
like the
that.
golden.
I
Yes.
did that.
All right.
Loving it.
Gena?
Well, I'm Gena Blakk, and I'm just loving life. I'm a mother of 4, 2 boys, 2 girls. I'm a GG to 7
Okay.
beautiful
Okay.
grandkids.
All right.
Grandmothers, yes, that's what happens when you get in your
What?
50s. Yes, but I
You're a
love
grandmother.
it. I
What?
love it. I love
Uh-huh.
it. I'm just loving life.
Oh,
That's
you
it.
go.
Just
Okay.
loving being here, like you say.
Okay.
It's a lot of them didn't make it.
Yeah.
Millions didn't make it, but I'm so glad I'm one of
It's a
the ones who
blessing.
did.
Yes. You say I made it to the wake up
Right.
list. Yes.
That's right.
Made it to the wake up list. Awesome. So I was reading you ladies' bios. And for the record, just to let you all know, we all have at least one thing in common other than we're all African American, powerful, fierce women.
Come on.
That's right.
Hello,
Right.
fabulous, fine
Yes.
and fit.
Now,
50s.
Exactly.
But
Love it.
we're all JY Lions.
Oh,
All right.
Yes, we are. Class of 91. Representing.
92,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
91.
Oh, girl, I thought you was with us.
Uh-uh.
See?
I'm
That's because you
behind
was. But see,
I'm the baby.
But see, she was always
Baby.
in stuff.
Honestly, I was supposed to be in class of 91. But see,
Okay,
when I got
all right.
there, I
She
was
acted like she was in the class of 91. Okay.
I was there.
Everybody want to go to our school. And everybody hate on us.
They always, and they still throw shade,
they
girl.
do. Every time you say you went to Yates, they be like, ugh. I say, it must be a Madison
Jones
or Shirley hater.
Worthy.
Haters.
Haters.
Yes, Yates versus everybody. And they know, they just hate because we're great. They hate on excellence. Pride, tradition, excellence. They hate
And you
on
know
it.
what? I've met some in our age, that they still hate, throwing shade.
Oh, yes.
I say stuff like when they say I'm
Yes.
from whatever other school.
Yeah, exactly.
And I apologize. I say I'm so sorry. Your parents didn't know any better, right?
Yeah, okay.
And they was like,
Exactly.
you must be from Jack Yates.
And you
They
know
just
this.
jealous. They just jealous.
They just haters.
I know. Just big
That's all right,
haters.
but we don't worry about
That's okay,
haters because
y'all.
we're 50.
Exactly.
We don't care about none of that,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So I was reading you all's bios,
Mm-hmm.
and there was some interesting information on those bios.
Right.
Okay, first of all, Ayin, let's talk about this name of yours.
Yes.
I think it's so awesome, your name.
Do you?
Let's talk about your name.
Okay. Well, my parents wanted to be different. They wanted to give me a name with meaning. So my mom, before I was born, of course, searching some books and came across the name Ayin, and it means precious in Swahili.
Okay.
So she loved it. And then my middle name, Kamaria, means like the moon. So I'm precious like the moon.
All right.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Uh-huh.
as a child, I did not like it
Right.
because I felt different
Uh-huh.
because nobody had my name, nobody could pronounce my name.
Mm-hmm.
Every time teacher, Ayin, I'm like Ayin, and I was like, why couldn't you just name me a regular name? She said, because I wanted you to have a different name. I wanted you to have a name with meaning. And now I appreciate it. I really do. First I didn't, but now I was like, I'm glad my mom named me something different.
And isn't that amazing when you said, Mom, why couldn't you just name me with a regular name?
Mm-hmm.
Your mom knew that you was extraordinary. You were not ordinary.
That's true.
You just had to grow into that
Right.
I did.
extraordinary.
Exactly.
Right?
I did. And I'm her only child, her only baby.
Okay.
So you're right. She knew.
So you're definitely precious like the moon to her.
Yes, I
And
am.
I was talking to you when we were talking prior to this, and I said precious like the moon, and I started thinking about the moon at night and how it produces light
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
for people to follow.
Yeah.
It has that glow in the midst of darkness.
Yes.
Exactly.
Girl, I think we own something.
All right.
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know my mom.
Alright.
I guess she knew what she was talking about back in the 70s, huh?
Okay. Yeah, it had to be. It's the 70s, huh?
I know.
That was, that was at what age was that? That hippie age?
Oh, is that
that love.
But that was at Donna Summers too, Y'all remember Donna when she sang? Was it Hot Stuff? Was it yeah, Hot Stuff, right? Yeah.
Okay, what you say?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what you
Oh,
say?
see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Gena. So I read your bio, girl.
Yes.
Girl, I knew you was doing some things.
Yes.
But girl, I know that, y'all have to understand that Gena Blakk is actually a professional comedian and actress,
Yes.
and she's a child of God.
We're going to do it first.
Okay? And she a stylist. Now, I've been
Yes.
looking for a stylist. Y'all don't understand. I'm going to have that one on the show.
It's hard.
The trauma that I've
Oh,
experienced
yes.
looking
Yes.
for.
Good,
You can
great
go
a good
stylist.
20 or 30 stylists.
Thank you, Roxy. You did your thing, girl.
Yes.
I appreciate
Shout out to
Roxy.
Roxy.
She
Shout out
hooked
to
the girl up
Roxy.
for her birthday weekend.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but what amazed me was I did not recognize and was not aware. Let me just say this. Girl, your acting career took you to Hollywood,
Oh, yes.
Atlanta.
Yes.
Girl, let me get your autograph right here in front of
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay,
Why
so
would you
let's
need the
talk.
autograph? You have me.
You show right, show right. I have access.
You have full
Yes.
access.
Full
baby.
access.
That's right.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Right.
Okay, so talk to us about your journey. How did you get started?
Well, first of all,
Acting and all of that.
I was dropped as a baby, and my mom said I didn't cry or whatever, but I've been crazy ever since. It started at Yates.
Okay.
It started at JY. I don't know if y'all remember, they used to call it Rankin back then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You was in the band with
Yes,
me.
Lord
Mhm.
Jesus.
Shout out to the Mighty Lions.
Actually, you was in the band with me. I was your section leader on that. Be fair,
Yes,
Karen.
Karen.
Yes, let's keep the
until I
story
became a
straight.
twirler.
I remember I was a twirler too. They used to call me, girl. You know they used to call what they used to call me. Stallion, girl. I'm a stallion. I'm a stallion.
Yes. But anyway, that's where the journey started at Yates with me. People not knowing that I was abused. Y'all didn't even know. Going to school, I was abused. So that was my thing. Get abused at home, I come, and my thing was to make everybody laugh. I just wanted to be a class clown. I just wanted to feel the love. So that's just been me. I love to make people laugh. And people think I be acting, but I be for real.
Right.
My producer actually writes for me.
Okay.
So that's how I got started. You know, you know, I'm a people's person. You know, if I see you sad, you know, I'm gonna follow God. I'm gonna follow God. So some people need that light.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm willing to be it.
That's
right.
Yes.
I'm just willing to be it.
And you know, the word says that laughter does good like a medicine.
It is a medicine.
Yeah,
So
it's good for the
you
heart.
laugh.
Yes.
There's even scientific and medical proof that the more you laugh,
That's right.
it can add life to
Life
you.
to you. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So laughter and the industry of comedy is very important.
Very.
And you know, like with anything, our conversation, communication, it can be toxic or it can be healthy.
Right.
It can be life-giving
Yes.
or detracting from life.
Yes.
So, you know, sharing your story about, you know, dealing with abuse and things of that nature, you know, is interesting because I had my trauma as well. And here we are 50. And, you know, there's a lot of things we've learned through life. And we're going to get into some of that shortly.
Okay.
So hope in that. So back to Ayin. Ayin, you've been in the hot, because Gena Blakk just talked about loving people.
Yes.
You must really love people.
Why you say that?
You've been in the hospitality industry for 28 years.
Oh, yes.
28 years. Can you believe that?
Uh,
Working with the public. 28 years.
28 whole years.
Yes.
And you don't look like you've cracked anywhere.
Woo, girl, I got, I don't know, patience.
Patience.
You
Okay.
got to have patience. Working in the public.
Oh, yes.
You got, yes. Because you're dealing with all different kind of people, personalities, everything coming at you. People mad about something, but if you're in hospitality, you have to smile. You know, people, you're supposed to diffuse the situation.
Oh, okay.
What's going to happen? Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and try to work towards a resolution.
Okay.
So 28 years, I've been doing it, and I love it.
So I'm going to have to ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to know the answer. In 28 years, what's the craziest situation the type of person you had to deal with?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Lord. Personality? My goodness. There's been so many, but the craziest?
Okay.
Ooh. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? Somebody jumping over the front desk. Yes, girl.
They was coming for you?
Oh, well, they was a little intoxicated. You know, they were didn't have a reservation. So we were telling them we don't have a reservation, and this person just didn't want to hear us and just jumped over. Can you imagine somebody jumping over a desk? Can y'all imagine that?
I can't.
I can't even.
Yeah, can you imagine?
What was the response?
And then it was like shock, first of all, and then we're like, oh my God, this person is behind the desk and pushed one of us, and so we're trying to get them out of the desk. So I had to call the cops, girl, go to court. You know, the person was arrested. They pressed charges, of course, because technically they kind of assaulted us.
Kinda.
Kind of, sort of. So
pushed a person and only assaulted all of us.
Exactly.
I got you. Yeah. Class action.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah, we all hurt. You know,
Right.
you hurt one of us, you hurt
Emotionally,
them all.
right.
Exactly. Emotionally, yeah. Exactly. So yeah, girl, that was like probably the craziest thing. Somebody jumping over this and trying to attack us.
Wow.
Yes.
Everybody watching went, wow.
Yeah. Can you
Girl,
imagine?
I was like, I almost thought it was you because you was like jumping up.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like you went
no.
into that moment.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I remember
wasn't
that.
Me, but I was
Then
there next to
Then
the
she was
person.
like, well, you know, push one of us. I was like, was that one you? You know. So,
oh, girl,
wow. But dealing with society, and as we've become more seasoned
Right.
in our lives, right?
That's true.
And we're growing. There are things that, happen in life. Life happens, and we can't control what people do, right?
That's true. You're
But
right.
we can control what we do,
That's true.
right?
You better know it.
So, talking about being fit, fine, and fabulously 50.
Yes.
So, let's talk about being fit. And we're in, Gena already kind of touched on some things.
Mm-hmm.
So, being fit, when you're thinking about being fit, what does that mean to you? Thinking about it, being fit mentally, being fit emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. What does being fit means to you? Maybe, let's just say, 30 years ago versus now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. For me, I did nothing 30 years ago. I didn't really care about my health, what I ate, just no exercise, nothing. I didn't even think about it. I would just eat whatever, go lay down, watch TV, sit on the couch potato, until COVID hit. And actually, COVID changed my life. Even though it was a negative thing for a lot of people, a lot of people passed away that you loved. A lot of people lost their job. But for me, it was life-changing. Okay. Because when COVID hit, everything changed. Everything shut down. So the only thing you could do is go work out. You couldn't do nothing else. Everything was closed. So I was like, okay, let me just start walking. Started walking. Never thought I would enjoy it. And it was the best medicine I could ever mentally. Walking is, like today, outside is breath of fresh air. The sun is out. It's just emotionally, mentally, it just clears your mind. Okay. And then I started walking and I lost 30 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, within a year.
But you weren't trying to lose the weight.
I wasn't trying to.
It was just, okay,
it just kind of happened. Yeah, my behavior changed. It just kind of happened. And I was like, I never in my life done any exercise. And then that's when I got into step aerobics.
Let's not talk about the step aerobics, people. Let me tell you, she's the step aerobics patrol woman.
Yes,
she gets on Facebook.
Yes, and I'm like, when you coming? You said you was coming. When y'all coming? When are you coming to step class?
Call you out.
Yes. You said you
was on social media.
When you coming? So I started doing that. Then I started doing Zumba, and actually, losing 3 of our classmates changed my life too, emotionally, because I lost 3 classmates that I personally knew, and it was tough. I mean, I struggled with one of them. It was really tough when I think about it now. And the one common denominator was weight.
Obesity.
Yeah, that was. I mean, they passed away from different things, but the common denominator was weight. And I was like, you got to do something. You cannot just ignore your weight. You have to do something. You got to start getting active and caring about what you put in your body. So that was a life changer for me, to be honest about it. But COVID hit and losing 3 classmates.
Whew. Yeah. Girl, I forgot to put the tissue out. Okay. We have to remember to put the tissue out on the table, right? Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Okay. So Gena, being fit, what is fit for you?
Well, honestly, it's my spiritual being.
Okay.
30 years ago, I've always been a loving person because I've always been hurt. So fit for me is my spiritual being. Like, I wanted to know why I was able to continue to love people in my pain and in my hurt. Like, to go through this at home and then come. How was I able to do that? But to come spiritually in contact with my God.
Yes, yes.
That right there, when I turned 50, I was already ready. Like, I still have to ask myself when they ask you, how old you is, girl? I don't have no problem with 50 because I'm always going to hear, no, you're not. Yeah.
Right.
And y'all remember when you used to hear, ooh, baby, black don't crack.
Exactly.
Yes, but I will tell you that
it wrinkles up.
It will crack. No, it will crack if you don't take care of it.
Yes,
you have to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
I'm not saying I did everything right. Some, we all eat something that ain't good for us, whatever.
Exactly.
But where's your mental?
Yeah. Exactly.
You understand
it's
what
just
I'm
as
saying?
important as
you
physical.
can eat all you want to eat.
Exactly. It's just as
but
important.
You still can be stressing and it'll mess with your physical.
Yeah,
losing weight or gaining weight.
Exactly.
Right. You just never know. It just
you're right. If you stress at your job, at home,
and strokes, and even some cancers are attributed to stress.
Yes.
So we do have to take care of our bodies and our minds, but actually the fitness starts with, our spiritual and our mental. Because we are what we think.
Yeah, and it's just as important.
So it's like, what are we thinking about? Do we value ourselves enough to do what's required to get a different result? Because I know I, put up a couple of social media posts about some of my weight loss. And I remember one time I did 10 pounds down in a week. And everybody's like, how in the world did you do that?
Yes.
And I did that because I think we were doing a course of fasting, but I just did something extra. And at the end of the day, you know, I raised my children to do what you need to do in order to position yourself to do what you want to do.
Yes.
And I want to be able to walk up the stairs without panting.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm talking about the first flight.
Yes.
You know,
right on.
And here it is. You know, we fit, we fine.
Yeah.
Well, we're fine. I'm fine. Don't make me get up. But I think I'm fine.
Please don't make me get up.
I know at least one other person who think I'm fine.
Yeah.
But and fabulous, but really, like you said, where are we mentally?
Exactly.
Or are we spiritually? Because a lot of times, and it's unfortunate with women as women, even as we come up, a lot of time what's focused on is our exterior.
Exactly.
That's right.
You know, family.
Exterior.
You know, taking care of parents, maybe, you know, taking care of extended family.
Well, no, our exterior. I'm talking
mean
about
getting
it.
your
So
hair
where we're looking at
done.
getting the hair
Oh,
done,
yeah,
the surface things.
yeah, but you're not
And then let's not talk about the body shaming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Girl,
yeah.
let me tell you about when you walk in the family house and the first thing they say, girl, you sure been eating.
Oh, yeah. Or you go to a reunion or
I was
something like that.
Can you say hi first?
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
people look at
They don't think about that. That's
and
perfect.
the danger is so many people commit suicide.
That's right.
You have attorneys. I'm talking about women.
Oh yeah.
Powerful women. You know, you have models, all these women that seem to be successful. And
Yeah.
they're in a mature state of age, you know, in their
You feel
40s,
like they probably
50s,
have
and
everything.
60s. And they have everything seemingly.
Yeah.
But they're leaving here because mentally they're not stable. And a lot of times, I see a lot of times on social media where they say, you know, check on your strong friends.
Exactly. You do
You know,
see that
those
a
that
lot.
you think
For
are
real.
strong, that are making it, and they have
Yeah.
it going on. They have challenges too.
That's right.
And a lot of times they have more because the one that seems to be the woman of strength
Right.
is the one people lean on.
That's
Exactly.
And a lot of times they're leaning on them, but they need a leaning
That's
post
right.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And some of them don't a lot of times have a leaning post.
That's true. 'Cause everybody's coming to them. Huh?
Coming
like
to
you said.
them, and they're usually the ones people really don't support. Oh, I'm feeling something in the room right now.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's
so
the truth.
a word to you all that are listening. Check on your strong friends,
Exactly.
or the ones you think that are strong, right?
Mhm.
Children, especially you adult children. Check on your mama. Okay?
Call her, huh? Tell her you
real.
love her.
Go pay for her what you call it, a self-care day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Massage.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. We know she's strong, and everybody talking about the matriarchs of the family. Well, matriarchs of the family need support as
Exactly.
well.
That's true.
Because for some
They
reason,
take care of
women,
everybody, huh?
yes, because a lot of times, even some things have said to me when people, if something goes on with children, the first thing they say, "Where's your mama?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, we women, we carry a lot,
A lot.
and I don't think we get enough credit.
No,
Right.
you
I'm
don't.
just saying.
Right.
Yeah, because you're doing everything, and you probably think about yourself last, because you're taking care of everybody else,
Mhm.
and you the last person to take
You
care
last-
of.
But
The
that's
last
something
person.
else I learned, excuse me,
Mhm,
not
go
to
ahead.
interrupt.
Mhm.
That's something that's self-love.
Yes, yes.
I was lacking that in my
Really?
20 teens,
Mhm.
20s, 30s.
Yes.
You know, when you're being hurt, you forget about yourself.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. 'cause you
And
think
you
about
take
everybody
all
else.
that hurt and you spend your love on everybody
Mhm.
else. But how can you love your neighbor as you love
Exactly.
thyself if you don't love thyself?
Exactly.
How you
Okay,
gonna do
all
it?
right. Okay, we're gonna have to toast on that because I ain't got no tissue to throw at you.
That's the things that hey, that's me.
True.
Girl,
I
that's
just learned
me
that
too.
in my not learned it because you know it.
You know it, but
You
yeah,
hear
exactly.
it, you know it. But when do you take up on yourself?
Exactly.
Like, you know, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you need to go to church, you need to do this, you need to do that." But God is not a religion; He's a relationship.
Oh, preach,
Okay,
girl.
He's a relationship. No, I'm just saying.
She testifying.
I'm just
She
saying.
testifying?
No, I'm
Is she
telling you
testifying?
what it is
That's the
about
truth.
Gena Blakk.
That's
Yeah,
the truth.
yeah.
And see, I told you
You
my
gotta do
name.
what works
My
for
real
you.
name is Gena Urson. That's who my parents named me. But today, I am known as Gena Blakk because who I am today is just Gena Blakk. It's
Right.
it's just me. I still have the same love. I still have the same care.
Yes.
But I have to see about myself.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because I can't love you. I can't put all that
Exactly.
love on. I'm gonna come up hurt every time.
Exactly.
But can I say this? I want to interject here. And you say you know this because you hear it. Well, I heard it all my life.
There you
Really?
go.
But I really didn't have a revelation. Because normally it's, well, the first greatest commandment is to love God with everything you got. And then the second is love, your neighbor as you love yourself. But it was never anything emphasized on loving yourself. It was always on others. So when we come to the point of, like you say, you giving out, you giving out of an empty cup.
Yeah.
And you can't pour out of an empty cup. But for some reason, we as women, we find some kind of moisture to keep giving it out, right?
But that's why you feel so drained.
That's why we're drained, and that's why we're mentally unstable, physically, emotionally drained. And it was something, I forgot who stated this years ago, but it was a lesson I learned, and I thought it was so valuable. You're not supposed to give until your cup overflows. You're supposed to give off your saucer, not out of your cup. And then I heard Oprah say, and you need to be full of yourself. Because who else you gonna be full of? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and as women, sometimes that's hard for us to digest, because like you said, Gena, we're so accustomed, and to looking after everyone else, and we're giving
your kids, your parents, everybody.
But it's like that's our role. That's our responsibility. That's the narrative that's been shared. So when I hear people say, well, where's their mom? I have now started correcting people, say, where's their dad? Because they didn't get here by themselves. It took two of us to make them.
That's right.
To get them here. Now, unless it was artificial. Well, no, it still took two. It took two. So as women, being mentally fit, being spiritually fit, being emotionally fit, all that comes together, because I've seen women that it's been obese. I found out I was obese.
Well, that's what they say.
I'm fine. But now I carry some stuff. But we thank God for the opportunity to carry it.
Thank you.
Yeah, because everybody's trying to get it. Everybody's
I don't know why they trying to get this. They don't understand. See, that's why we say you should boss your own lane.
Oh, yeah.
And you should focus and stay in your own lane.
Exactly.
Because you don't know what it takes to carry what somebody else is carrying and packing. And as women, we have to, I think we'll be more emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically fit if we stop trying to measure up to someone else.
There you go.
And we come to a place where we know what's healthy for us.
That's right.
What is healthy for you may not be healthy for me.
Right.
And what looks good for you may not look good for you. We're going to talk about that when we come back. So right now we're going to take a pause for the calls. So I have this list, right? There's music I love, and I think a lot of unsung artists are in our society. And so I'm going to play some music for you all, and you all can visit our website, and we'll get that information to you at the end of the show. And we want your feedback from this artist. So we'll be right back.
I've been dreaming, just thinking about how it would taste. Wow, this is a beautiful thing. I've been feeling for your nutrition, so searching for what I've been missing. I got a craving for you. I've been dreaming of you. I got a taste for your sweet attention, mental and physical intervention. I got a hunger inside, only you can satisfy. Honey, I got a sweet tooth for you. Chocolate, I got a sweet tooth for you. Peanut butter, I got a sweet tooth for you. Baby, honey, you dark and lovely like the midnight sky. Brings me joy when I close my eyes. I'm so mesmerized, my taste buds collide. Candy melting on my fingertips, natural and pure to my tongue and lips, and I can't understand I'm just a little crazy, but only for you. Only for you. You can stop me if you wanna, but I don't think that you're gonna, 'cause you feel it too.
I know you feel it too.
Same thing I do.
I really do.
You feel the same way I do. Oh, I got a sweet, yeah. I got a sweet, baby, 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 ooh. Oh, my,
Taking the time to listen to my friend. Hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you go to the website and make sure you cast your vote on thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know. I'm still working on me. But nevertheless, we're going to get back to our segment here with our awesome, amazing, fit, fine, and fantastic 50 sisters on our stage. So we were talking about being fit and the importance of it and how do we become fit? And I'm glad you asked that question, Ayin. And that's a question we all can contribute to the answer because we all have had our own personal journeys. So let's just start here. So maybe each of you ladies maybe can share with us what has been a challenge for you in the past that you have overcome and how did you do it?
Okay. Challenge for me in the past is, I'd say not being afraid to try something new or different.
Okay.
In my younger life, I felt like I was kind of stagnant. It was like I never wanted to take that step and just try something different. But now, after this 50, I'm doing things I thought I would never do. Never do.
So in your younger years, what was the emotion tied to that? What was the backdrop?
I guess I just felt like I wouldn't be successful at it, and I don't even know why. I mean, what was my fear?
The fear of failure?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, the fear of failure. So it kept me stagnant, and even with my career, I was like, why am I still, working at this place? I probably could go somewhere else and work, but the fear of, if I take that chance, I might not do well. I might fail, so let me just stay where I am, where I know, what I'm doing. And then I did not left my job, and I went to another, hotel. I did, and I was like, what was I afraid of?
Wow.
Why? What was I afraid of? I mean, I'm doing well. I'm succeeding.
Wow. But on the other side of that, on the other side of fear, is freedom, is new experiences,
That's true,
and all of that. But honestly, a lot of times we're not taught that. And everyone who knows me I don't believe in common sense. I think common sense is common to whom is common to. And when you don't have the models before you, you may not, because sometimes people think, oh, you're good and you're successful, and you have that self-doubt.
Yeah,
and no one's speaking into your life, telling you that you can do that, right? And so then you discover it, kind of like you take a step of faith and say, you know what, let me just go do this. But then for some of us, it's called squeeze play. Things become very rugged where we are, and now we're kind of forced to make a different step.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I call that the sandwich method. I think God be playing tricks on us with the sandwich method. Like, oh, it's getting rough around here. Well, maybe I need to do something different, right? So He help us help ourselves sometimes.
That's true. You're right. That's true.
So being a younger woman and just really, you come through school and you're growing, you're in your industry for 28 years dealing with all them people. Okay. Sidebar, right? But now you made that step. You took that step. And that's something to do a toast to. You took a step, girl. And we're doing it, y'all. We're not in the house. This the only dance we have. But took a step. And we're saying this to you that are listening as well. On the other side of fear, it's everything you've probably been praying for, hoping for, dreaming for. Just take the chance. Exactly. Because a lot of times we are afraid to do it because we do just like Ayin say. We think it even if we don't say it. Right. What if I fail? But what if you don't fail?
Exactly. And even if you do fail, try again. Get up and try something else.
Yeah. Fail forward.
Yeah.
Fall forward.
At least you tried.
Right.
At least you tried.
Because people who are not trying don't fail. They don't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If you're trying something, there is not any success story that you will ever hear that happened on the first try.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about everybody loves Beyonce. Believe me, there was some stuff that came with that. There was some challenges came with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you think about Nelson Mandela, there was a lot of challenges that came with
That's
that.
right.
You know, you think about the successes you have had. Because sometimes we stun ourselves because we forget
Yes.
the successes that we've already accomplished.
Come on here.
Because we look for the big bang.
That's true.
But it's the little things. And the book that I love, the greatest book throughout history, says this, that if you're faithful over a little thing,
You can be,
then you will become the steward and you will be blessed over much.
That's right.
And we discount the small things.
That's
right.
Nicole.
Even
It is.
people who
That's the
are
truth.
in addiction, you know, and all these different addictions, and they go to like Alcohol Anonymous and these different places. And one thing you say, you got to take it one day at a
Exactly.
time.
Yes.
Some people
Yeah.
take it 1 minute at a time,
Yes.
1 day at a time,
Yes.
1 hour at a time.
Mhm.
And when you begin to remember where you were and how you've advanced, it may not be, and see, that goes back to what I shared before. We have to stop looking and measuring our lives to other people,
You got to.
because it's only one you.
Exactly.
And you have to
Exactly.
master you.
That's
And
it.
you have to compete with you.
That's it.
Ooh, let me talk
Yes.
about this with the sisters.
Yes.
Sisters, we shouldn't be competing against
Not
one
with each other.
another.
No.
We have to compete against ourselves, because whenever we're trying to improve ourselves daily,
That's right.
honey, I don't know about y'all,
Yes.
but I'm a whole work and a whole piece all by
I am.
myself.
I know I'm a work.
Okay, I am a work in progress.
Yes.
Yes, I
we
am.
all are.
And that
Yes.
progress that I have, you know, everyone has their own process.
Exactly. It's like
So-
we're constantly evolving.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're constantly evolving.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So Gena, talk to
Yes.
us. Talk to us. So what is that one challenge, that truth you had to face and accept about you, and then actually get to the other side of that?
Well, accepting anything from people.
Mm.
You understand?
Okay.
Being that nice, not
saying
approaching,
no. Oh.
not approaching the situations, just letting it, just letting it happen. Like,
Yeah.
Have
you
a
do
word
me
for
what
that.
you want.
Uh-huh.
Passive.
Yes.
Yes.
No. I've learned that a lot. You know, I'm in a union, and I do say union. I don't deal in marriages. You know, everything there's an opposite to. It's an opposite to it.
Okay.
There's no opposite to a union. A union is a union, and that's when two become one before God.
Okay.
So I've been in a union for 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning of my union,
Mm-hmm.
being with this guy,
Mm-hmm.
12 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I have been in a union. I always tell my sisters, and when I say my sisters, I'm not just speaking of my blood sisters.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
superior.
Right, right.
Like, regardless of what you go through in life, regardless of what the situation is, I have learned to be content and stay in position.
Okay.
Regardless of what the other side is doing.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't know if y'all ever have. I have. I've been cheated on, and it took me like,
Mm.
ooh.
Yes.
It took me somewhere.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, you know, when I call you a queen, you're a queen to me not because of the way you look, but the way you carry yourself. You know,
Okay.
how you
Yes.
handle your situation.
Yes.
To me, a queen is if you are getting cheated on, you still at home cooking, doing what you're supposed to do for the kids. You're not out there thinking about what he doing, let me go do it. Or
Right,
she
right.
doing it, let me go do it. No, I had to learn to stay in position. Yes, it is. There is a reward at the end of the year for me.
Okay.
No, I'm sitting up there
I'm
going,
saying, I know.
I'm like,
I'm
yeah,
saying
me
for
too.
me.
I'm
I got you. I
like,
got
what's the
you.
reward? 'Cause
You
I
know,
was like,
coming up, I didn't had, I don't know why, but I've always been introduced to like, it always be an alcoholic. Somebody that love drinking to me. And I never wonder why I attract that type of spirit.
yeah.
But also, all the spirits I've come connected to, even though they might not talk to me today, I've led you to Christ. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So you got to understand the assignment, in other words.
Oh,
You got
she
to-
done went there to
Yeah,
the
you got to.
Okay. Okay. So how did you, staying in position was your way of overcoming
Yeah.
the challenges
I had to,
that
and it hurt it.
Yeah.
It hurt it. It's not, it don't feel good you know, to be hurt in any kind of way in life.
Right.
It doesn't feel good. But that's why I say God is a spiritual God. And you have to have him for yourself. It's not in the buildings that everybody talk about. You can meet your other people's there. But once you get him for yourself, you know, you have to learn how to, he will cross you over. On some things. If you just stay in position. Because imagine when somebody get out of whack with you, if you go back and get out of whack with that person, you ain't no better than that person.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why get whacked back with the person? That's why I tell you, it's not what you do. It ain't even how you do it. Because the devil know how to do it good too, don't he? Don't he? I tell people it ain't what you do. It's what you do after you do what you do. In other words, whatever you do,
actions,
if you want to have your drink, after you have your drink, what are you doing? Are you loving or are you hating? Because it matters. It matters. Whatever somebody doing, everybody doing something.
You can say
so you can't keep doing this. When you got these doing this. You understand what I'm saying?
So your challenge was you had to get over the cheat.
I had to get over
the cheating.
I had
was that a long process though?
As long as you want it to be, it can be long.
Now, just for the folks who didn't make it to the end of that process. I'm just, you know, this real talk.
That's my point
right here.
That's my point.
So I've been cheated on several times, and I stayed in that thing for some years. But he still cheated.
I see.
I called it community. You know, and and I did. I stayed in position. However, and I'm saying this because when you're talking about abuse, and this is not just men cheating on women. Women cheat on men too.
Vice versa.
So we're gonna. This is not gonna be a biased show. It's vice versa.
Right.
And
always.
And some men stay in that thing too, and dealing with the continuous abuse, and that's not true love. And so my point is with this is this, that there's always room for reconciliation and restoration if both parties want restoration and reconciliation. And it cannot just be through word of mouth. There is actions that have to come with that, and the process. And this is the thing. This thing to turn. So the process. We have to understand, if you're the cheater, you can't hurry the person you cheated on to come to a place to heal. You don't control the healing.
Why you ain't over there yet?
You need to let that go. You need to stop talking about that. That happened last year. But as my pastor say, she might still be in winter while you in spring. And you can't hurry that season. See, boy, I think we're a little fit around here now. But being healthy women, being healthy and fit women, life happens to everybody. And it's not always what happens to us, it's how we respond to that.
That's true.
And how we react to it. Because I know that was a time I was just emotionally all over the place. And I want to bring a word up in this conversation when you were talking about being passive and being very passive. I was very passive. But a lot of my passivity also manifested in my life as an adult because of the trauma and the abuse I suffered when I was a child. And whenever someone is abused, the first thing that goes is your boundaries. Because a lot of times when you're young and you're abused by people that you thought loved you and cared about you. So there's a confusion there. So, and being passive, I had to learn boundaries.
That's right.
And what boundaries were really right. And it was okay. I had to know that it was okay to establish boundaries.
That's right.
Because people who are accustomed to having free access to you for their own benefit, they are the first one to get upset with you when you begin to establish boundaries. And the only way you can establish boundaries, first of all, you have to know your values.
That's it.
You have to know that you're better than this. And one of the ways that I go spiritual, we're a faith team, you know, God made us for goodness.
That's right.
You know, he made us, we're wonderfully and beautifully made. And in knowing that, and knowing that we're to be loved and not abused, we have to know that. And that's not just physical abuse or sexual abuse, that's verbal abuse. There are things you take on your job. There are things let me go talk about cheering. Cheering. Children can be manipulative and they can be abusive too.
That's right.
Yes, because they have entitlement issues. Ooh, I'm up in here. Who you talking to today? High five your neighbor. High five your neighbor if you know you have these teenagers. Not just teenagers, you have 3-year-olds. Manipulate. I remember working at a daycare center. And the whoever the director, whatever, well, you know, my class, I didn't play that. Yeah. You know, they thought, people still today think I was in the military. I don't know why. I'm so sweet. I'm so sweet. I don't know what they're talking about, right?
But they're going to be like, yes, ma'am.
But I remember this little boy. He was 3.
Wow.
And he was throwing a fit. He was hitting his mama. And that's why I asked what his daddy said, but that's another show.
Yeah. What's going on?
Hitting the moms. And, you know, she needed some counsel too.
Yeah.
But then the principal, the director sent them to my class. Why y'all sent you to my class? And he tried me.
Because you're a soldier.
Girl, they didn't tell me. So thought I told you. They didn't tell me.
He tried you like he was mom. Like,
but he came for me. Yes, he did with his 3-year-old self. But you know, I'm pretty tall. And so I just took him by the head. This is not to be funny, but it's funny anyway. Yeah. I just held his head while he swinging at the air. Yeah. I was like, you tired yet?
Yeah.
Now saying that, get over there and sit down. But you know, we're in a different generation. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah. But my point is this. Passivity is dangerous. Yes, and a lot of women are very passive because, you know, if honestly, some of that come up through our ancestors who told you don't tell an adult no. Exactly. You don't say no to an adult. Exactly. You don't say no. And then if you're saying you don't say no, that's what is important to you. Words are powerful.
Yes, they are.
So that frames your framework. Yes. But a lot of things we have to regress back. And now that we're 50, fit, fine, fabulously 50, there are a lot of things that I know myself I've had to rethink. And relearn some things, ways of doing things. Okay. And I'm sure there are some things that you all would learn. And so in this question, because we can't get all we want to talk about, y'all gonna have to come back because this is good to me, right? I hope this is good to y'all too, so y'all can come back. Let me ask you a question. So if you were talking to your younger self, just thinking about now that you're better,
yes.
So you're fit, you're more fit, you're fine, you're better. What would you tell little Gena Blakk? What would you tell, Iene, precious as the moon? What would you tell her? Let me say she's 6 years old. What would you tell her?
That you can be anything you want to be. Don't let anybody, even your parents, tell you you can't do something.
Okay.
You still can do it. Look at all our Kamala. Look at President Obama. Y'all can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't let anybody tell you not smart. Say, that you are worthy.
Yeah. Baby.
You are worthy.
That's a toast. You are worthy. How many women don't think they're worthy?
Yes.
Are worthy?
Yes.
Oh, Iene, you preaching in here today. Where's the tissue? Y'all messing with me.
Yes.
Okay. I can't take no more.
Your life matters.
Okay.
You are.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Okay, Gena Blakk, what you got?
Honestly,
she probably gonna take me on in.
I have to just be real. I have to keep it real. Right. I wouldn't change a thing.
Okay.
I feel like who I am today is from what I was back then. What happened to me back then. I don't think I would change some of the situations.
Okay, that's something. Yes.
But as far as me though. I don't think I'd have changed a thing. I'm the strong woman who I am today. My husband is acting right now. He's a much. No, I'm telling you, because sometimes you can give up on. You have to move when God say move. You understand? That's why I say it's important to stay in position. And you totally that different folks, different strokes.
Yes. Right.
For me. Staying in position.
Yeah.
I'm reaping benefits right now.
Right.
You understand? Because I stayed in position. God gonna get, and that's just not for relationships with your husband. That's for your family.
That's
for your
friends.
Because you have family and friends that would do things to you that would hurt you. But again, I say stay in position. Stay in your position. Do you have to go around and no, you don't. But at the time that you do,
just you were saying, not
just keep it. You can't. You can't because when you start, the moment you start doing what they do, you them.
And even from a psychological and spiritual perspective, anytime I talk about anger, and I'm working on a book, y'all. We're gonna pray me through this book, but dealing with anger, when people say you make me mad. Anger is a choice.
Yes, it is.
It is,
and it's also a response and an indicator to something that has happened. Because it's an emotion. So how we respond and react to things is really in our control.
That's true. Yeah.
And whenever someone does something with you against you, and you respond and act in like they do, you've taken on their behavior.
Exactly.
So they have control over you.
Oh yeah.
They have power over you.
That's right.
And I heard you say something earlier, and I say this all the time. I say the greatest miracle in my life is that I love God. I still have my faith, and I love people.
Yes.
Because life and people have not been so kind to me.
Come on here.
And so that's why I think, I love the premiere. I love the launching of this topic because we are fit. We are fine.
Yes. And fabulous.
Fine.
Yes.
And fantabulously 50, not because we're perfect.
That's right.
But it's because we're here.
Yes.
We have learned. We have grown.
That's right.
We are still growing.
Yes.
And we can speak to those younger and some older because there are generations that need to be redirected.
Exactly.
They need to make some U-turns. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
And
older generation.
be the examples that are needed, because one of the plights that I have in society is this. So many people talk about young people.
Yes.
These young people these days, they are different. No, they're not different. Society is different.
That's right.
Okay? Because young people don't train themselves. And unfortunately, we are expecting out of them what has not been invested in them.
That's right.
And I dare any woman, I don't care how old they are, to talk about a young person around me.
Me too.
Because my question is, how much are you willing to invest?
Come on here.
And if you're not willing to make the investment, keep your mouth shut. You understand what I'm saying? And I can say that from an experiential, not just academically because I got all these credentials. From experience. I know when people talked about me and gave up on me, but you didn't invest in me.
That's right. That's right.
Okay?
I like that.
And if you didn't invest in me, then why are you even, why do you have an opinion?
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Then people talk, I'm talking about women, and how we talk about each other and we prejudge one another, and we've never gotten a chance to know each other. We listen to what someone says and don't know that they got some hidden jealousies and issues. But that's your girl, that's your BFF. But your BFF might be feeling a little intimidated about that person, and you may not be aware.
That's right.
My point is this: as women, as mature, seasoned women, as fit, fine, and fabulously 50 women.
Yes.
That we have to begin to look back and reach back and begin to invest in this generation. Because this generation is all over the place because they don't have proper guidance. And they don't have the proper examples. They need a blueprint. They need the models. And they need us to share our stories with them and let them know, honey, we didn't wake up like this. Well, we probably did this morning, but we didn't wake up like this, right? We've had trauma, heartache, and pain, self-doubt. I remember the times I tried to commit suicide. You understand what I'm saying?
You too?
Yeah, girl, me too.
Me too,
Me too.
girl.
Yes, ma'am. I have tried to commit suicide. Thank God it didn't go through. Because if it would have happened, I wouldn't be here. Come on. And I tell a lot of the young people this. I said, I didn't have a me. But now you have a me. Because I have a responsibility. We all have a responsibility as women. We can't just be fine and stop trying to be a cougar, trying to rake in all these young men. I'm going to say that for the people in the back.
They gonna be like,
lady, girlfriend,
catch me a cougar. I can't
if he 20, if he 30, and you 50, it might be somebody your daughter want to get with. Girl, step aside. You can still be fit. I'm just, we got to speak truth and love around here. Because you are broken and you still trying to get a groove back that you don't realize you never lost. Ooh, I felt that thing all up in my shoulder. Okay. So we running out of time, y'all. We're going to have to come back and continue this conversation. So in being fit and being fine, just a word of encouragement, just about 30 seconds, if you would say something to our listeners, a word of advice, what can they do? Some lady out there approaching 50, in her 40s, it doesn't matter what age she is. What can they do in the next 24 to 48 hours to start living their best blessed life?
I would say do your top 50 list, ladies. Get your 50 list, 50 things on there. Could be something small, big. Check it off each week. to get you started and moving. Anything small. Try a new restaurant. Try a new book. Go to a show. Go to a play. Go walk. Go take a self-defense class. Just get out there and live your life and enjoy it.
Yes.
Step out of your comfort zone and just try something. I promise you, it's going to change your life. That's my little message to you guys. Try something new.
Okay.
Well, my message is make sure you are loving on yourself. Make sure you know your worth. And do believe me, your worth is everything. It's way more than what somebody else is saying. Forget about and love your people, but don't worry about what the next person doing, because God authentically made you. You are you. There will never be another you. So start loving yourself. When I look up in the mirror every morning, I say what? Good morning, gorgeous.
Thank you, Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to share that there are a few things I learned. Number one, give people back their issues.
Yes. Ooh.
Know that everything don't belong to you, that people try and throw on you, and it's not your responsibility to carry it. And another thing I've learned is approval is nice, but not necessary. So whatever you have a vision for in your life and God is giving to you to do that. It's nice to have support, but sometimes you got to pat yourself on the back and be your own support system until other people come along. And I'm going to say this, that's not a bad thing, even though I thought it was, but that's another show. It's not a bad thing. It can be a good thing, because when you're moving and you're progressing in life, it helps remove distractions and detractors from your path. And it helps you to learn more about who you are, who your God is, and what you're capable of doing. Right. Ladies, I appreciate you all hanging out with me today. I'm ecstatic.
I love you
ladies.
too. Yes.
And so,
and happy birthday!
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Until next time, thank you, listeners, for joining us. Again, this is the Dr. Nicole Lynette with Reach In Podcast Talk Show, and we will see you next time.